Hello, my name is Vince Bonney, and I'm with Zurn Industries. Today I'd like to talk to you about Z-Bite push fittings. These fittings are used with non-barrier PEX tubing for potable water applications. The great thing about this fitting is the same fitting can also be used for copper tubing without the need of solder, flux, and a torch. And it can be used with CPVC without the need of glues and cleaners. Now the tubing is made of lead-free brass. It has an internal plastic stiffener that you got to use for PEX, but you don't have to use it for CPVC and copper unless you want to. There's internal metal gripping teeth to keep the tubing secure inside the fitting so it doesn't pull out. There's also an EPDM O-ring inside for superior seal. Now this fitting can be buried in the walls. It can also be buried in the ground, but like any other metal, you want to protect it from corrosion by wrapping it in plastic. Now the procedure for making the connection is so simple. It's one of the easiest fittings to connect on the market today. What you do is you take the tubing, you cut it to length. Now this is 1/2-inch PEX tubing, and we like to use our scissor cutters for that because it makes a nice square cut on the tubing. Now you want to make sure that there's no burrs or sharp edges on this tubing because we don't want to damage the O-ring when we insert it into the fitting. So to do that, we offer a deburring tool that can also be used for copper and CPVC. Now this tool does sizes 1/4 inch all the way through 1 inch. So what you do is you take the 1/2-inch socket, put it in, rotate clockwise. There's a cutting tool in here that puts a nice bevel on the edge and removes all the burrs. Now you also want to make sure that you insert this tubing far enough into the fitting. So we need to make a reference line. So this tool can also be used for that. So you put it all the way in, take your marker, make a line at the end of the socket, and now you have a reference point for how far you want to place the tubing inside the socket. So you take the fitting, insert it in, and you can see I went all the way to my line. So now I know I got a nice, safe, secure, leak-free fitting. Now, a great thing about this fitting is you can also remove it. Each size has its own removal tool. This is a 1/2-inch one. You snap it on the tubing like that. You press against the tubing and pull the fitting off, like so. Very simple. We have a wide variety of fittings available. We have couplings, reducing couplings. We have adapters to go to female iron pipe, also to male iron pipe. We have elbows and transition elbows to go to female thread and male pipe thread. We have drop ear L's, caps, T's, and we have a slip coupling available that's great for rigid tubing such as copper tubing. When you need to make a repair, what you do is you cut a 2-inch section that you're repairing out of the tubing. This has a nice long section that can be slid right over the pipe and then slid back to cover the repair. So it's a great fitting to have. Now we package our fittings in resealable plastic bags, and we include the instructions on the back. Now I hope you get the opportunity to use Z-Bite push fittings on your next plumbing project. If you need more information on Z-Bite fittings or any other Zurn product, please visit our website at zurn.com. Thank you.